everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake. So I'm sorry this video is maybe a day late or just a little bit later in the day than usual. Just been very busy this week studying for a test. So if I do have a test during a certain week, you might not see a video come out on Monday and or on the beginning of Tuesday. Hopefully one will come up later though. So I just want to let you guys know on why you guys maybe didn't see a video, but hopefully that kind of clears things up for you guys. So today we're actually going to work on a new apartment building. So I know last week, actually I think it was last week because we uploaded 2 SouthLake videos last week. So we worked on this one all the way over here, passing some nice buildings here. It should pop up into frame any minute now, and it is here. So I think I showed you guys one of the finished products of this. I would be honest here and say it didn't turn out as well as I thought it would, but it still looks good from the outside. Is what I mean by that. But the new building that we're working on today is not this one. We're actually working on a new one. So last week I brought up the idea to you guys that maybe I can make a new apartment complex that when people do join the game, they can actually have their own apartment in the city. That way when they come in and join, they have a place where they can go to and kind of have a home inside the city, if that makes any sense. So I actually started working on that, and I actually made myself my own apartment. So if we come all the way over here, you can see this new building, which is pretty tall, and uses brick, snow, white glass panes, stone. But this right here is my apartment complex and my apartment itself. So we walk in, there we go. I'll give you guys a nice little tour. So I actually did build this by myself. Now, it's not the greatest thing I've ever built, but I think it actually is pretty nice when it comes to interior, in my opinion. You guys might think differently. So we walk in, we have the TV and everything right here on this main wall. So if you are wondering what these are actually part of the city texture pack. That's why these look like that. I have some nice little cabinets here, and then I added these in here to kind of add more effect and kind of like a control area. Yeah, so we have speakers and everything. We come over here, we have the dining room table, and then we also have the kitchen area, which doesn't look too bad. I think I want to change the floor though. I'm not a big fan on the floor. We have a nice little cabinet area right behind this wall. Nice little where we keep all of our wine and drinks. So then we have a big poster here, or painting, just to kind of fill up some of the wall space here. Got a great view of the main part of the city, which is what I wanted. Sorry if you guys heard that, hit my mic by accident. And then we can actually see what one of the guest bedrooms looks like. Not too bad. Actually, really tall ceilings. We have a closet where you can keep all your armor and stuff. And then we have a bathroom right here. So boom, there we go. So basically the top floors are actually going to be lofts. So we can actually walk up to the second floor here. Now we have the master bed. This is where this is where I would sleep. Again, nice big window up here. We have another window here, and we have a bathroom, excuse me. Nice little small bathroom here. Yeah, so basically that's what my apartment's gonna look like, but I actually did make a other one down low, kind of the same design, but it's not a loft. It's actually just a 1-story apartment building, pretty much. So now we walk in, we can kind of see somewhat of the same ideas and designs throughout. So we have a kitchen here. We come in here, we have the guest bedroom, bathroom. It's still laid out pretty good, and you still have quite a bit of space, but you don't get that second floor like you do on the very top. So that's basically what I wanted to show you guys, and that's my idea for these future ideas and building plans. And actually, one of the coolest things I feel like I'm doing now is I am incorporating future interior design into these. Now, what I mean by that is we're probably gonna start working on this, by the way, now. I know we kind of just spent like 4 minutes talking about different things. What was I talking about? I completely forgot what I was talking about. Hold on, give me a second. Let me get all these materials out. I think we use blue glass. I know brick was the main material, and we also need snow. Snow. Okay. Oh, we also need swiftness, of course. I mean, what would I be doing without swiftness? Okay, so let's get started. Yeah, so what I mean by the whole, actually incorporating interior into these is the fact that now, instead of just, making a building and then figuring out how would the interior work in the space that I've made, now it's become, I'm going to put the first couple walls up and then kind of see what I can fit inside the first wall and inside the main space. So the main space we had to focus on was this main space right here. Now, it's not too big. obviously that's why we made it longer than wider, so we could just fit 2 on each side. But I really just wanted to make it feel like for future expansion, we actually have opportunity for things. And that's probably the only biggest regret about some of my other buildings, if I'm looking back on them now, is the fact that they're not bad in my opinion. It's just the fact that there wasn't much room for, you know, interior eventually when I do get to them, which is going to be in a while. I mean, it's not going to be anytime soon by any means. So what, we need this one to be 1 block away as well. So right here. So it looks like we need to finish that wall too. Yeah, but I feel like I actually am getting better at interior. I mean, it is about time. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are upset. I wouldn't say upset, but a lot of you guys are like, oh, why haven't you done interior? I think your city would be so much better with interior. Oh, Alex. And I understand, you know, I mean, obviously interior is a big part of a city. I mean, you can't really have a building with no interior, realistically. But at the same time, you know, a lot of you guys wonder, why do I not do interior? And the reason is, one, I mean, I'm not a big fan of it. It takes me quite a long time to do it. And to me, it kind of just gets tedious and boring. Now, to other people, it gets really fun. Now, to me, I'm just the opposite. I like to do exterior, you know, and then see what other people can do with interior eventually. So that's the main reason why I do not do interior usually. Now, you're going to see it every now and then like you are now. But you're not going to see it, you know, constantly on a daily basis in my videos, just because to me it takes forever. I mean, just me setting up my own apartment up there, it took me like an hour. Now, the problem with, you know, also kind of going on the same topic here, another reason why I don't do that is because it also, in my opinion, doesn't make it interesting for videos. Now, to some of you guys might think, well, I think that would actually look, you know, kind of cool for a video, just having interior. But to me, I would rather, you know, give you guys inspiration for buildings. Because so many people are better at interior than me. So I figured, hey, if I can maybe show you an exterior, you know, design, maybe you guys can find a way to do something with that instead. And that's kind of my whole philosophy behind all this stuff. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's not the fact that I never want to do it. It's more the fact that it just takes too long. And I'd rather just start working on the next project. And eventually, when I can take my save world over to the PC for world edit, then you're going to see interior start to pop up. But I don't want to start it anytime soon. It's just going to take too long. It's going to bog down the map when it comes to, you know, how much stuff's on the map. It's going to take up quite a bit of that stuff. You know, so there really is a lot that kind of plays into it, but a lot of it is just because I don't really want to do it. And that's just me being honest with you guys. It's just not something that I want to do on a daily basis. It's not something that, you know, I'm excited about when I get on Minecraft, like, hee hee, you got to do interior today. To me, it's more of, hey, I get to try to make a new design for a building, and that's, to me, that's the extremely fun part. And that's something that I've always loved doing, is, you know, just trying to make something out of what you got. Now, obviously, that can be said for interior, but again, not great at interior. Also, another thing I kind of want to talk on, and you know, it's not like a big deal to me. So I see a lot of comments talking about me and Dan Lags. I know a lot of you guys know who he is. He's another really big Minecraft YouTuber for the consoles. I know he has a city called Los Angeles, I think is what the name is. And so a lot of you guys either comment on the videos about how his city is better, but then some of you guys on my videos try to defend me. And I greatly appreciate that, guys. But hey, I mean, I've talked to Dan Lags before. He does have a great city. I've never been on it. But I don't want you guys to think that I don't watch his, like, I don't like him, and the fact that you guys might think, well, you're just trying to be competitive and everything's a competition. And, you know, I don't think that at all. I mean, again, he actually passed me in subscribers, you know, maybe like 12 months ago, or like a year ago. And I congratulated him because I know he started off on console just like me. And it's great to see him succeed too. So I'm not one of those people who goes, oh man, I can't believe he passed me. I mean, I hate that guy. You know, I'm not that guy. I mean, hey, great for him. He passed me in subscribers. I congratulated him on Twitter when that happened. So in anything, I kind of like that you guys compare his and my cities together, because it's kind of a cool thing to always have that friendly competition there. Because I feel like it kind of does bring in more viewers and more attention to each other's projects. And I think he's still on the 360 with his console. I'm not sure if he has an Xbox One or not. Yeah, so if you guys want to go watch his videos, great. I mean, go do that because he has some great videos. I'm not going to show you guys away from his videos. I don't want you guys to start a a whole fan war kind of thing, like, oh my goodness, like MC Builders or Safety Boost videos are so much better than Dan Lag, blah 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 blah. And it's basically what it's gonna turn into at that point. I don't want that. I want the friendly competition. I want you guys to. I mean, I like when you guys compare the cities, and don't get me wrong, I like when you guys defend me. But I also don't want you guys to think that I am offended by any of this stuff, by other people's comments. Because if you do try to comment trying to get me upset, you're actually just doing the complete opposite. It just makes me laugh. Because I get so many comments talking about, oh, you suck at Minecraft. Oh my god, I just messed up on this, didn't I? Oh no. Uh-oh. Gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with that now. So here's where I messed up. This needs to be too wide. This needs to be too wide over here, but I already started. Not a big fix. This is gonna make things a little bit tighter around these ares. So I guess we're gonna have to do it anyways. But later on we're gonna have to see where that kind of takes us and how much room we have. So let's start that, and we can kind of get going. Let's see. Yeah, so this is actually looking pretty good. And the whole point of adding this piece up here, with all those walls, is just to add a little bit more design from the side. Because usually the sides of buildings are pretty plain, and I kind of want to get away from that. So I feel like with adding that in here, it actually does, bring more appeal to it. It actually looks like there's more design put into it than there really is. I mean, this is a good-looking building in my opinion, but it also is, plain but not plain at the same time. There's like an in-between, gray area there. But I would say, the only problem I probably have with this building, it's not a big deal. It has to go along with that whole expansion thing I was talking about last week or 2 weeks ago, about how I want buildings to be a little bit smaller, but have some taller ones at the same time. This kind of falls into that category because it is a very tall building. I mean, if you look, it kind of actually goes over a lot of those over in the main part of the city. Yeah, so I wish it was maybe a little bit smaller, but at the same time, I like that it's tall. So I'm kind of like fixed in between, like which one I like, because I like both, but I want to, make it smaller at the same time. Because if you don't know, the whole reason of making buildings smaller, in my opinion, is so when you do have smaller buildings, it makes the skyline and the view line of the city that much better, because you have all these small buildings, but then over the small buildings you can see all the skyscrapers, and in my opinion it kind of makes the skyscrapers look more special, because you feel more realistic when you have the smaller buildings, because not every city can be like New York and have 20,000 skyscrapers. That's just not realistic in every single city. So I figured if we add smaller buildings with with smaller buildings around the skyscrapers, it makes the skyscrapers stand out more and also feel more realistic. How much time are we at? We're at around 13 minutes at the time of this recording before editing. So I don't want to add the windows in yet. That would take a little bit too long for how much time that we have. Put a little bit of stone in here, make that look a little bit better. And also, I do love the materials for this building. I love the 3 different styles, because the windows use mainly brick, but then you also have just a small little line of snow. Now the whole reason for that is it just adds a little bit more, what would be the best word for it? I mean, eye appeal to it, I guess, might be the best way to describe that. I mean, just because when you look at the windows, if it was all brick, it would look just really big and plain. But with just adding those white details in there, it kind of makes it feel more vibrant. It makes it feel more realistic. Along with adding these glass panes here, just also add more depth to the building. And also when you're looking at it from the sides, it kind of makes it look bigger than it really is. So, there is a couple things that, can play off each other, and that's definitely one of those things. Why is that brick, by the way? That's weird. Should not be brick. I mean, I can always change that. Not a big deal. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, that's probably why. So, I messed up on that. Again, not a big deal. I can always fix it later. So guys, we actually might call it quits for this part. I know we didn't get as, all too much done in this video, as some of you guys would like. But I think you guys got to see the main part of the building, what we're going to be doing with it, you know, and where we're kind of going from here with some of these buildings. And hopefully the city will start expanding it more at a rapid pace, being that we're going to be using smaller buildings now. I mean, not every building, like we said, is going to be taller than this. A lot of these buildings are actually going to be maybe to the top of this right here where I'm standing, you know, maybe halfway to this. So there's going to be a lot of very, very small buildings to make everything else kind of feel more fluent and smoothly throughout, you know, all the buildings and throughout the city. So I'm actually really excited for that, to see how fast it grows after that point. So thank you very much for watching, guys. It is greatly appreciated as always. I will see you guys next week for another episode of Building SouthLake, and I will see you guys tomorrow for another video, hopefully. So bye bye.